Interested in getting tickets to a concert or sporting event? Use SeatGeek and get $20 off on your next purchase with promo code OBERSPORTS. That's OBERSPORTS, OBERSPORTS. What's going on, guys? Jacob Ober here, coming with my reactions to Game 1 of the NBA Finals between the Milwaukee Bucks and the Phoenix Suns. I've got my Bucks Finals shirt on that I bought the other day, and of course, my Bucks hat that I've been wearing all postseason. My reaction to this game, the Bucks drop it 118-105, unfortunately. My reaction to this game, I mean, it's Game 1. We know that the Bucks have not been good in Game 1s. The Bucks got 3 less days of rest than the Suns for this game, which is kind of bullshit considering that the Bucks and the Suns both won their conference final series in 6 games. I mean, Giannis played, and he looked really good. And, the Bucks hit some threes. The threes were really what kept them in this game. They shot 44% from beyond the arc. Really, the biggest discrepancy in this game was the free throw shooting, and, I really don't want to blame the refs here. I really don't think that's the sole reason why we lost or anything. Of course, I really think the Suns were getting some favorable calls in comparison to us. I feel like we both got to the rim. The Suns and the Bucks both got to the rim about the same amount, and, they were pretty even in paint points, I should say, and it just kind of felt like the Suns got more calls, and it took less contact for them to get to the line than us. I feel like I saw Chris Middleton drive to the rim at least 2 to 4 times, get slapped on the arm or the wrist and not get the call. There was a turnover by Jrue Holiday in the second quarter where the ball was hit out of his hands. The replay looked like it got him on the wrist. It didn't seem like a very evenly officiated basketball game. But at the same time, the Bucks missed a ton of open layups in the first half. They really kind of dug themselves that hole. And of course, it's hard to stop Booker and CP3 on that pick and roll. It's really, really hard to stop that. And the Bucks looked like they had some success late in the game when they switched Giannis to the 5. I feel like they played the whole fourth quarter with Giannis at the 5. But really, a lot of the Suns' success came when they were switching onto one of our bigs, Bobby or Lopez. And Giannis is really the only one of our bigs that's nimble enough to be able to effectively switch onto one of those guys, him and Tucker. Bud's got his hands full with that. He's really got his hands full. But, on the offensive end, though, Jrue Holiday was terrible. He was really, really bad. And his defense was good and his ball distribution was good. But, he's got to be hitting more shots, man. And, sometimes I feel like he takes a lot of jump shots when in reality he's really not a jump shooting kind of player. I feel like he's at his best when he's attacking the rim. He's a very strong and physical guy. And, he took Ayton to the rim at one point in this game and finished around him. I just feel like he's not aggressive enough sometimes. I feel like he settles a lot, and I feel like the Bucks in general kind of settle for a lot of shots on offense that really aren't that great of looks. A lot of them went down for the Bucks tonight, though. The threes went down, and that's kind of what concerns me the most about this series going forward. I still think the Bucks have a very good shot at winning this series, but they shot 44% in this game, and the entire time this postseason, I was hoping that the Bucks would shoot at least their season average, which was 38% coming into the postseason. They shot 44% on 16 of 36 shooting tonight, and they lost the game by 13, and Phoenix shot like 30% from 3. Is Phoenix going to shoot that bad again? Are we going to shoot that good again? This game really wasn't decided by 3-point shooting, but it was decided in the paint, but still, the Suns are a very good shooting team. How are those 3-point percentage numbers going to play out the rest of this series? But Giannis playing 35 minutes, the fact that he was able to play in this game at all, man, after what we saw last week with his knee, I thought that was it. I thought he was done for the year. It was a miracle that his tests came back negative with no ACL tear or anything like that. And here he is on the floor dropping 20, 17, and 4 in 35 minutes in this game. And, it definitely looked like they were limiting his minutes too. I feel like he probably could have played 40 minutes or so, and I think he was actually a net positive in this game, by the way. I think the Bucks were +4 with Giannis on the court, and a lot worse with him off the court. It was those minutes that he was off the court that the Bucks really weren't playing that well. And at that point, you know, when you're Giannis, it's like, it's kind of, you know, in the fourth quarter when he was on the court for the majority of that quarter, I mean, they're already in a big enough hole. So the Bucks definitely cut back on that hole. You know, they were down at 20 points at one point in this game. But, I mean, you know, I really feel like in order for the Bucks to win this series, they got to have him play 40 minutes. And to me, I mean, I'm not a doctor. I don't know. It looked like he was good enough to play 40 minutes. Obviously, they're being cautious with it, which I understand. But, you know, if they want to win this series, they're going to need to have him on the court as much as possible. They're going to need to have him playing the kind of minutes that he was playing in that Brooklyn series. So, I mean, overall, you know, I've got concerns about the rest of the series, but I also have some hope that the Bucks are able to steal a game because, like I said, Phoenix is an incredibly difficult place to win in. I mean, the fans are just crazy. I think that's the loudest crowd I heard from any team this postseason. I mean, it's ridiculous playing there. But the Bucks at home are a different animal, and if we can defend our home court, we only need to take one of these games in Phoenix. And I am very, very confident in the Bucks defending their home court in this series. So even losing the next game, I'm still not really, you know, losing all hope or anything like that. Of course, you know, depending on how we lose next game and my reactions, it might be a little bit different. But as of right now, you know, I kind of feel like, you know, we can go down, you know, 2-0. Obviously, I really want to go and tie this series on Thursday, but I really feel like we just need to win one game in Phoenix, and we're going to sweep our home games. We're going to win 3 of our home games, all 3 of our home games. We just need to win one in Phoenix. That's really how I feel about this series. The energy, you know, for the Bucks, it was okay in this game, but you could clearly tell that they were kind of winded a bit and not well rested, coming off that emotional win in Game 6 last weekend, you know, and the Suns they kind of had the extra rest. And I feel like that was kind of a difference in this game at points. You know, the Suns just kind of looked like they had more energy than the Bucks at points. And like I said, I mean, I think that's not exactly a result of the Bucks just coming out flat. I think it's just because the Bucks are not as well rested as them. So, hey, we've lost 3 of 4 game 1s in this postseason so far. And we won 2 of those series. One of them we went down 2-0. So, I'm still feeling confident about this series. I still think it's Bucks in 6. And, you know, we'll see what happens from here. But I believe in my team. I got my finals merch repping. Let's go and win Game 2, guys. Thanks for watching, everybody. Fear the deer.